goodness, Games. You piece of shit.
Thomas!
Don't panic, folks!
Don't panic!
Don't touch that dial!
Don't panic, cause this is technically the last episode before we go on another mini break with Katawa Shoujo, episode 12. Guess what, Tommy?
What?
If my memory serves me right now, today is the school festival.
Yay!
We finally made it to a school festival, which means Act 1 will most likely be done by the end of this part.
Alright.
Should we start reading? Just cut all the chit chat. You were so excited because last episode we finally got Hanako to talk to us. And I can also tell you,
I want to see romance.
A romance! Alright.
The feels.
Alright. Sleeping late is fine, since it's a Sunday and there's no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles into plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. Oh. I throw back a handful of my morning meds.
Sounds like me.
And ponder how to spend the day. There are a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit the hallways, intend to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious.
What up to?
Kenji.
Oh, Kenji.
I'm curious if he has any plans since everyone's doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room, or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. All I'm picturing is Kenji hiding in a cardboard box fort with a little peephole and written "No girls allowed," like that Bernstein Bears book. No girls allowed.
Oh.
And just Kenji's head just heathens. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled. Alright. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign, and with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Do you get it?
What? Girl's body?
No. No girls allowed, girls crossed out, but body written underneath. No body allowed. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it?
Body.
Right. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that. You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. I was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. Where? Why? What? What is today special? Where are they? Who are they? I can hear him. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's today? Damn it! I can't believe I've forgotten. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is gonna be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. It's gonna be a bad day. Why? Oh man, Elsa, did you miss that he just said he was building a fort?
Yeah, and the prediction was right.
He was right! Oh man, they're gonna be everywhere. The people, outside my window, socializing! Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. It's gonna be loud as hell. Damn! And I was gonna go out today, and now it's ruined. Everything's ruined. This is awful. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here, and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew, barring the fact that the whole school knew and was stressed out over this the whole week. So I guess you're not gonna do anything today? The weather's even good. Yesterday was really windy, and I thought today would be cold. It's not, though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans as covers his face with his hands. No, I can't do it! They'll eat me alive out there, I know it! This has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We should hang on here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together. I don't know. I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see it at least one. I want to see it at least one. Uh-oh, typo. They said one and not once. So I want to see it at least once and chat with Lily, I guess. There's a typo. And so they typed one. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project? Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, man. Her presence like a dark shadow that's in my way of my great vision. As expected of blind people. What? Remember, he's blind too. Besides, I thought you were also... He holds up his hand to interrupt me. Only legally. Metaphorically. I can see farther than any man before he has seen. I thought he was about to say, I thought you were blind. Only legally. Kenji looks hold on. Oh my god. Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just the corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same. He was striking pose to Hisao but he did it at the wall and not him. I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one unless the threat of women is stifled. They are everywhere. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire. Then, slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now.
Alcohol?
Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a slow creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. After buying a plastic plate of tokiyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away at the rather bland tasting, shoot. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than nothing and didn't cost much. As I look out towards the school pool, watching the people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing time as I eat. Little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper around in the den from event to event, one hand dragging their company and the other bearing an oversized, colorful snack. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly, something I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. We're in a town of old people! Old Japanese people! This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives and ardently refused to leave, and those wanting to live out the rest of their lives in one of the increasing few tranquil places. I guess that also goes a way to explaining how conservative Yamaku's school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit. I kind of like how calm Yumaku and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting. Now that the hottest part of the day is here, I better get moving. Ah! The sound of the clarion bells takes me completely by surprise as I stand up. A reaction shared by a few of the people strolling around as well. The PA system cracks to life after the trolling bells end. It's aged.
What's PA system mean?
You know. We have an announcement to make.
Oh.
School lunch will be cancelled.
Ah!
The PA system. It's
I
aged.
replaced the
It's
spaghetti.
it's
Made
aged.
by Papyrus.
Hello, this is Papyrus. If you'd like some spaghetti, I'm selling it at stall 35. What? What do you mean get off the thing? I'm a skeleton with status. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't want to get off. You're nothing but a bonehead. Alright. Its age shows as the principal makes a barely intelligible announcement over officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. It's quite amusing. You know what I find funny? We never meet the principal of Yumaku. We never meet the founder, or just the person that runs
In the
it.
whole game?
No, we never meet the principal.
Huh.
I like to think it's a nice old lady. Like
I'm
ours.
thinking of a man for whatever reason.
Just a serious old man.
No, like an old man, like humble though.
Yeah.
Like an old Japanese man, like who's very wise or something.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like a sensei without the long beard.
Right. I was about to pick up my Sensei Wu figure. Never mind.
Like a sensei, without the long beard.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's quite amusing to contrast the pleasant smiles of the older folk against the alternately pained and bored grimaces of their younger charges. The students, on the other hand, seem to pay a little heed. Nevertheless, I have no idea what he just said. Nevertheless, as the address finally ends, all are united in polite, if not overly enthusiastic applause, and then get back to business. Slipping a hand in my pocket. You're a bunch of slackers! Strickland. Never mind, you don't know Tommy?
What are you talking about?
Principal Strickland in Back to the Future?
Yeah?
You're a slacker!
Oh.
That's what the principal's that. It's Strickland. Slipping a hand in my pocket to look as relaxed as possible, I casually glance around for something to do. It's somewhat difficult to see very far with all the people around. I decide to fall back on a tried and trusted rule. Go where everyone else seems to be gathering. Right now, that's the school courtyard and its surroundings. Throwing the used plate into a trash can, I make my way towards the school building. Little issue here. This game takes place in Japan, right? They don't have public trash. They don't have public trash bins.
So what do they do?
All trash bins all trash bins have to be inside inside buildings. They don't.
Yeah, and?
It's so people can't litter. So they have trash cans out. Trash cans aren't allowed. At least in the city, you won't find a trash can like outside, like at all. Isn't that kind of funky? But there's a little issue here. They're saying there's a trash can, and it's like, oops. Unless it's for the festival. I don't know. I think I just talked about nothing for a few seconds.
So let me get this straight. To prevent littering, they leave the trash cans inside?
Yep. They don't have them outside.
That makes no sense.
Well,
Wouldn't that people be encouraged to litter then? Just, there's no trash can around, just come throw it on the ground.
Well, that's the thing. At that point, since there's no trash can, you can't be obvious and just throw it. Remember, Japan's like kind of an honorable country. It's not like us where we're all like, I could do whatever I want. It's looked down upon to litter in Japan and thus less honorable. Thus, you'll be seen as like a freak if you do that. Japan is a bit about peer pressure, if anything. That's one of the social negatives with their culture.
Oh.
Everything's on honor or pressure, or you have to impress your higher-ups. Respect your elders, your ancestors.
Well, respect elders and ancestors that I could agree with. Looking down upon for something as small as littering, you're going to.
It's just seen as a negative thing.
I know. Just please keep on.
All right. Seeing the number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building. Seeing the number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building surprises me. Quite a few of the classes must have opted to have multiple stalls. And deciding which to visit, I catch sight of a familiar banner with a blue patterned border and red text. Lily's stall is as good as a place to start as any. I'm curious as to how it's going. After all the work she and her class have been doing for it. Yeah, look at that. Those are Japanese stalls.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I want that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Oh,
Stepping up to it, I begin to see why the class took so long to organize everything. Easily twice as wide as many of the other stalls, and with equipment for cooking strewn everywhere.
Hey, Coca-Cola isn't spelled in Japan.
What?
The Coca-Cola umbrella, it's spelled U.S. style, right?
Yeah, Coca-Cola's an American brand, so it's the same logo.
Oh.
I actually never noticed that, Tommy. Wow.
Oh.
And look at these Japanese sodas. As a student in front of me takes a bowl of noodles and leaves, I walk up to the counter. The girl behind it seems quite exasperated and asks me to wait a moment before she disappears underneath the counter. Seizing the moment, I take a quick glance around. Steam seems to be rising from everywhere as pots and pans simmer away. The most blind of the students are unpacking ingredients while being helped by someone who's probably the teacher of 3-2. It doesn't take long to notice Lily among them, talking with the teacher as she quickly counts out of the boxes and packets with her fingers. From her expression, the fact that both she and the teacher seem to be in a state of mild confusion, it appears that there's been some problem in coordination. Before I can stare any longer, the girl behind the counter pops again, only to look back and ask where the spare change box is. Lily pauses for a moment before she and the girl switch places at the counter, and the teacher quickly walks off somewhere. Hey!
Sorry about that. We're having a few problems. What would you like?
Takes me a second to remember that I've come here for. My eyes quickly dart to the side to read the menu sitting in the counter. Oh, I guess some, miso soup?
Is that Hisao?
Yep. Looks like you're pretty busy. Her face all but confirms as she drops her waitress facade.
Somewhere along the line, our order got mixed up. We're trying to fix it now, but looks like looks like we only have half of what we needed.
Wouldn't serving smaller portions cover over the problem?
It seems like that's what we'll have to do, though I wish we didn't. The fact that a good half of our class is gone doesn't help either.
I glance behind her to see how many people are actually operating the stall. It couldn't be over about 8. I take it that's why your teacher left?
That's right. She's going to try and round up a few more of our classmates to help.
Hearing the sound of footsteps behind me, I stealthily glance backwards to see an elderly couple taking a place in line. Guess I better stop lording around and chatting. Here's the money for the soup.
Soup? Oh, right. You're coming right up.
Lily turns and calls for a bowl of miso soup as I hand over the money for it. Taking the coins in her palm, I can't help but notice how efficiently she counts them out with her long, pale fingers. Eventually satisfied that I've handed over the correct change, she puts it into a small metal tray. It isn't long before the soup is made and carefully handed to her, after which she turns and subsequently passes it to me. Thanks. I'll come back to drop off the bowl.
Thank you, Hisao. Oh, there's one other thing. Have you seen Hanako?
Hanako? No, not today. Why? She gives a small sigh of absent disappointment.
It's okay. I was just wondering what she'd be doing for the festival. You'll come back when you're done. You'll come back when you're done then?
Sure. I'll keep an eye out for Hanako, too.
Thank you, Hisao.
I walk up from the stall and find a seat, carefully creating the steaming wooden bowl in both hands. Compared to the dumplings from before, this is quite nice. A little cool compared to what it probably should be, perhaps, but the flavor is enough to cover for that reasonably well. It's probably better than our instant noodles in America, Tommy. It's homemade!
Hey, you should tell that story.
Oh, yeah, Well, I'll save it for another time, because I
Okay.
just want to make sure we at least get through some stuff here. As I drink, I can't help but feel somewhat guilty for not being as involved in the festival as the others. Can't really be helped, considering I was dropped into school only a week ago, but still weighs heavily on my mind. I'll take that!
No, wait!
That and the fact that a few students don't really seem to be enjoying the festival as much as the visitors. I eventually finish my bowl and leave it for the stall to drop it off. What?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Promise the kids I'll play with them.
You're
at
fine,
11:30,
Tommy.
but
You're
it's 10
fine.
minutes late.
You're fine.
Okay.
Considering that there seems to be no line at all.
Interrupt me, why won't you?
You're fine. Just when I go pick up the who you know who.
I know. I just hate breaking promises. Keep
It
reading.
seems the teacher's mission paid off. There are now over a dozen students helping, and much of the unpacking has been done. Despite most of them seeming quite relaxed as they work, Lily appears to be somewhat stressed. Lily doesn't look impressed at all, and I can't really blame her. On top of her issues with her stall, she still seems to be worried about Hanako. Can't really help her with the former, so I guess the only way I can help her is by trying to take her mind off our shy mutual friend. Placing the bowl back on the counter, I call out to Lily. Hey, Lily, don't worry about Hanako. I'll go find her and hang out with her, okay? I can see Lily's relief plainly written across on her face.
Thanks, Isao. And if you see anyone from my class, can you tell them to come back here, please?
Will do. Have a good one. Make sure to take a break, okay?
I will if I can. See you later, Isao.
I'd leave Lily in the stall and head out in search of Hanako. In a way, I feel bad for leaving her with the crowds, even though she was clearly under pressure. I can't help but think that she's enjoying herself. The halls are packed with swaying crowds, meandering through the festival. There's one thing I know about Hanako, is that she's not going to be anywhere near this. And with the students showing their friends and family their dorms, I doubt she'll be there either. Following blind intuition, I move against the grain of the crowd. Thankfully, this crowd seems to be slightly less festive than your usual festival crowd. I assume this is out of consideration of the student body. As I force my way through the masses, it doesn't take long for them to thin down into nothingness. This is not surprising since I'm standing before the library. Even the most eager of students don't bother to show anyone this section of the school. As I enter the library, the noise of the festival fades into a dull background noise. Oh yeah, she's totally here! As soon as I'm in the reading area, the rear of the room, behind one of the partition desks, I see the top of a head with straight dark hair catching my eye. Hey Hanako. I had a feeling I'd find you here. Hello! The head jumps a little in shock before slowly peeping over the partition. Okay.
Isao?
Hey, Lily's been busy, so she sent me to find you.
Oh, do you want to sit down?
Actually, I'm feeling a little hungry. Would you like to get something to eat from one of the stands? He's lying, he just ate!
I brought some food, so...
I shouldn't be surprised, but it was worth a try. Expecting to go outside today was a long shot. How about we eat in the tea room? I passed by it on the way here, and no one was around. We can make some food there, and it'll be a little more comfortable. What do you say? I read that too quickly.
Sure, let's go.
Hanako closes her book and puts it away with deliberate practiced movements. Good to go?
Yeah.
Aww.
We walk side by side from the library to the tea room. As expected, there's barely a soul around. If it weren't for the murmurs through the walls, you wouldn't tell there was a huge festival going on outside. Hanako carries her bag in both hands and focuses on just the floor ahead of her. Every now and again, she seems to break her pace a little and steps in slightly shorter paces. The first time it happened, I gave it no mind, but I soon noticed that she does it on a regular basis. Are you alright? She stops dead in her tracks.
What?
I don't know. Looked like you were tripping or something. A pink blush rises onto her cheeks as her gaze returns to the floor.
It's nothing.
When you say nothing like that, people are people are inspired to ask further questions. For a second, I don't think she's gonna answer. Prepared to leave it be, I almost set off to walk again when...
It's a game.
Game?
Do you see the floor here?
What a bizarre question. The floor,
Oh, I know exactly.
the
what
floor looks like any other floor covered in those tile made of squares of lino... This floor is not made of tiles. It is a plain gray floor. Nothing noteworthy. Well, yes. What about it?
Sometimes, when there's no one around, I only step on the darker ones.
Hanako's voice trails off as her explanation continues until I can barely hear her voice over the roaring silence of the empty hall. Can't hear her over silence. Darker ones? Shuffling her feet, Hanako points the toe of her shoe at the tile that's barely a shade darker than the others.
Like these ones.
All right. So these ones are no good? I point out a nearby tile.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I see. Do you play this game a lot? Hanako shakes her head.
Just when the
halls are empty? She nods. Well then, no point in stopping. I'm beginning to get real hungry. She nods again, this time with a little more enthusiasm. Well then, let's go.
I love her smile. It's so adorable.
We set off down the hall, and this time I notice that Hanako's paying a little less attention to the floor. I wonder, just how lonely does someone have to be to come up with a game like that? Hey, excuse me? I've done that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Hisao,
I
you
used
were...
to play hopscotch in those kind of floors.
Yeah, I hate you, Hisao, you jerk. Stupid social butterfly makes friends with 6 girls on 1 week. Frickin' horn dog.
He's not the only one who's done that.
But, what?
Let's just say, throughout my life, there's been a lot of females.
Okay.
Not dating worthy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's just a girl who happens to be a friend. Shut up.
A reason why I'm so feminine.
But before I realize what I'm doing...
I wouldn't mind being
Wait. But before I realize what I'm doing, I find myself trying to aim each step so it lands in the correct tiles. You wouldn't mind being a lady, Tommy? Was that what you're about to say?
Hey, Loretta, let's go get her nails painted.
Hi, I'm Kenny. I'm ready. I'm Shiki. Check it out. Yeah.
Kenny, it's not junk, it's valuable. Yeah, our junk is valuable.
Like, oh my god, this is so cute. I should show Kumi.
I can't believe we've had like 3 Valley Girls on this thing. The noise of the festival is slightly louder inside the tea room, but the breeze coming through the open window makes it worth it. Without thinking, I walk to the windows and inhale deeply. Sometimes I forget how clean the air is here compared to the back home.
Would you like some tea?
That'd be great, thanks.
She's blushing a little.
Well, she's alone with a dude! It occurs to me that this is the first time I've been alone with Hanako without her trying to be somewhere else. Turning from the window, I watch as she makes a simple pot of tea and arranges some sandwiches into a plate. I've seen her do this before a number of times, but this time she seems slightly different. It's like she's calm. Eventually she places the small tray on the table and pours 2 cups of tea. Fresh scent of brewed tea mingles with the breeze, and for a second, I feel like I'm the only one in the world. I think I know why you like this room now.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, there are quite a few people out there, but in here it's like another world. You can pretend that there's no one around for miles.
You're right. It's like the world has forgotten this room. And because of that, you can forget about the outside.
That would be appealing in some cases. As far as I can tell, conventional bullying doesn't exist in this school. But then again, I haven't seen a single person talk to Hanako besides Lily. If you're ignored by the world, a place where you can forget its existence would hold a special appeal. That's a good point. It's like this room gives you some kind of complete freedom.
Yeah. Say, do you play chess?
Chess? I've played it a bit, I guess. I take it you've played before?
A little.
Without saying anything more, Hanako moves to one of the cupboards and digs out a small chess set.
Do you want...
Sure, why not? I cut her off, but she doesn't seem to mind. Oh my gosh, she's closer. We arranged the pieces before long. Alright, we arranged the pieces, and before long, we're sending pawns charging to their inevitable fates. I take my time and intently examine each move and its consequences. Nostalgia for the game taking second place in the matters at hand. For a time, the game is a lengthy battle of attrition, and I spot an opening and tear a line in her defense. A few moves later, her king is cornered by several of my pieces. Checkmate. You're not bad at this, are you? Whoa! Whoa!
Hey!
An honest appraisal. Her technique's pretty good, but several times I was able to exploit her lack of prediction. I pick up a piece and examine it. It looks relatively new, yet worn for its age.
I guess not.
Does Lily play? The absence of Hanako's answer causes me to think about my question.
A bit. This is the first time I played against someone other than her, or...
She cuts herself off abruptly, leaving the answer hanging in the air. Someone she knew before coming to Yamaku, maybe. Well then, I'm honored to have played against you.
Can we play again?
She asked if she's asking me to cut. She asked if she was asking me to cut off her own hands. The spirit of competition's gotten to her. Sure, though don't expect me to go easy on you this time. Wait, hold on. Let me try it again. All right, I gotta stop with this deadpan. Sure, don't expect me to go easy on you this time. Not that I was before mine, but she seems to appreciate the competitive tone.
Same here.
As we're setting up the pieces, there's a noise at the door. Oh, you! You know what I find funny? Tommy, wanna know what my two favorite colors are?
Purple.
Purple and yellow. Those are my two favorite colors. I love how, oh my god, my two favorite colors are like a group.
Good afternoon. Lily.
Oh, hey there, Lily. Are you finished?
You both are here? You both are here? Wonderful. At any rate, our teacher managed to round up some extra help, so I was able to leave. Have you been here since you left?
Pretty much. We've been playing a bit of chess.
Would you like a cup of tea? Actually, I think it may be a good idea to go outside for a little while.
The instant drop in Hanako's face show her objection to this plan, even though she says nothing. I feel strangely compelled to voice what is plainly in view of her face, but Lily can't see. I kind of think that we should stay here.
Really? It's so crowded here that I was thinking we should leave the school and head for the local tea house. You mean Shanghai? Of course. With everyone at the festival, it should be practically empty.
Tea house?
Oh, that's right. You probably don't know of it. There's a tea house not far from here, which we go to every so often.
Sounds like a plan. Hanako, what do you think? Oh my gosh. Alright, you skip that. Watch. Oh my gosh, the little just jump to the full fact that they fade into each other. This game doesn't have animation, they just fade into images. Hanako jumps a little, being forced into the conversation, but at least she seems distraught. She seems less distraught than before.
If it's the Shanghai, then I think it'll be nice. Well then, it's settled. Let's be on our way.
Hanako and I rise from the table in our preempted chess game. Before I can do anything, Hanako has poured the pieces into a small container and placed the board away. Looks like we're ready now. Please lead on. Hanako moves to Lily's side and we venture into the school's corridors.
Later, thank you. We're recording.
nicer now.
I wonder if the microphone picked that up.
Ugh.
The pair leads me through a series of unfamiliar doors, and we emerge on the side of the building opposite of the festival grounds. Insulated by the heavy stone of the building, the noise from the crowd has faded into a murmur. Strange. I thought that most people would be beginning to leave by now.
They're probably here to view the fireworks.
Fireworks?
Yes, apparently the school puts on quite a show. A lot of people come from town just to watch them.
Lily's decision to leave the school ground seems to make sense now. Hanako would probably have a hard time with the whole town descending onto the school, or ascending, as the case may be. For the second time since arriving at Yamaku, I find myself walking down this road with Lily. Here's the cool thing, no matter whose route you get to see the fireworks. Yeah, fireworks happen on every... Just remember, Tommy, depending on who we get, we go on basically a date with whoever's route we're going to get at the festival. And I forgot to read that. Never mind.
Wait, fireworks and... I mean, I don't mean to sound offensive. Fireworks and Hanukkah don't seem to mix very well. Hey!
Hanako clings...
Say, wouldn't you be scared?
Yeah, maybe that's why she's also leaving. Whole town coming to the school, and there's gonna be fireworks? Oh, gosh. Not a match made in heaven. Match made in hell. Hanako clings to Lily, but still manages to guide her along the road. That, and avoiding the occasional gaze from the curious pedestrians, appears to completely sap her constitution. What? Stop using thesauruses! Just talk regularly.
Yeah, like you say, no way, man. Welcome to...
She rarely raises her focus from the ground in front of her, nor does she utter a word. Lily, on the other hand, maintains her prim and proper persona just as she does in school. It's obvious she purposely puts effort into her appearance, rather than hiding it as Hanako does, which is so impressive considering she can't see her appearance. It's striking how different they are in their way of holding themselves outside of Yamaku's grounds. That said, it's obvious in both their cases that they do visibly change. Inside Yamaku, everyone is special, which negates the specialness of it. Everyone is special, Dash, which is another word of saying nobody's special. Oh, there's some Ayn Rand Incredibles stuff there for you. But once we venture outside the school gates, we are returned to the statues of outsider and generic labels. Especially when we're still in school uniform. It's like hanging a sign around your neck challenging people to figure out what's wrong with you. I'm surprised that so many of the students keep it on. And again, with canes and wheelchairs common among the students, I guess it's not really much of a giveaway. Or maybe I'm the only one who sees this as a stigma. Maybe you get used to it after a time, like any other school uniform. This guy, did you even pick up what he was talking about?
No.
When they're in Yamaku, they're nothing special, but when they're outside Yamaku, there's something special. You know, special. He was doing the anagram of, since they're wearing the uniforms, that's like a sign of the specialness. It's the Yamaku uniform.
We're special, so special.
Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. It's one of those people.
Give it to me.
Want to go to tea house?
Yeah, let's go to tea house.
The tea house seems.
I don't really drink tea, whatever.
The tea house seems fairly standard from the outside. Just an ordinary building with typical signs decorating the entrance. It looks like the type of place you'd walk by without a thought. Just another cafe in a sea of thousands. If Hanako hadn't steered Lily... Stop it! If Hanako hadn't steered Lily into the entrance... do I need to kick you out?
Sorry.
I can't.
Don't be short a host.
If Hanako hadn't steered Lily into the entrance, I would have continued on down the road without ever knowing that it existed. Inside the tea house, it takes on more of a traditional feel. Everything seems to have been made from a same lump of timber, from the counter and benches to the high-backed booth around the walls. The most striking feature of the room is the lack of life. I think I can faintly hear something bubbling away in the background, but otherwise the room is silent. Without any direction, we simply wait near the entrance, politely obeying the "please wait to be seated" sign. Is this place closed or something? The sound of a chair falling over echoes throughout the empty room, and a head shoots up from inside a booth.
I wasn't asleep. Welcome to Shanghai.
Do you recognize them?
Yes,
That's the librarian. Yuko, dressed in a pastel apron and clutching a menu, rushes to greet us. Her misaligned glasses and ruffled hair cast suspicion on her previous statement. But whether she was asleep or not isn't the first question that leaps to my mind. You work here now? What happened to the library? We're recording! You work here now? What happened to the library? Great, now my house is having interruptions. Like your house.
What? Lily? Hisao? Welcome to Shanghai!
Oh my gosh! Oh wow, so that's where that sprite came from. She lost her glasses! Wow, she looks weird. Yuko, still waking up, jerks into a violent bow, dislodging her glasses in the process. She did this! And they flew to the floor.
My glasses!
As I pick up her spectacles off the floor, Lily offers an explanation.
Yuko works here part-time as well as Yuko works here part-time as well as at the library. It's one of the reasons we like to come here.
Yuko takes her glasses from my hands, shakily putting them back on. I love how they actually animated a sprite without glasses.
Yes, that's right. Thanks. Shall I show you your table? There's no one here. There's no one else here, so you can choose your table and order whatever you like, but there may be a delay as I will have to make it myself. It's all right, Yuko. Just a pot of black tea and a plate of sandwiches will be fine. Right, I'll get onto that.
Make sure they're cucumber sandwiches. Because that's what fancy people eat.
Fancy! Yuko hurries off to the back of the cafe, leaving us still standing in the entrance. Alright, where are we going? What do we got here? Okay. She pushes the swinging half doors open before really realizing she hadn't seated us.
I'm sorry. Please say what if you'd like. I'll be right back.
Following her advice, I lead Lily to the nearest booth as Hanako follows. As I begin to sit next to Lily, I realize how appropriate this place is for Hanako. The high-backed booths totally separate you from the rest of the room. It doesn't look like it gets all that many customers. All the furnishings from the cushions and the benches to the condiments holders look dated but aren't overly worn. I wonder if Lily deliberately selects places like this to take Hanako? Oh? Shoot. She seems like the type that would go to lengths to cater to Hanako's unique predicament.
So, Hisao, I didn't know you played chess.
Well, not really well, but I do know how to play. The horse goes in an L shape.
I suppose the obvious question would be now, who won?
Lily's innocent
I know how
smile.
to play chess.
What?
I should play chess sometime.
Lily's innocent smile makes me hesitate. I don't really want to look like I'm lording my victory over Hanako.
Hisao did.
Yes, but not by much. Damn, saying that out loud makes me feel like I've done something terrible.
Well done, Hisao. You've accomplished something I've only ever failed at.
Thanks. I haven't played in ages, so it felt good to play again.
Yes, it did.
Hanako fidgets with her hair a little and looks away.
I remember the last time I played chess was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We go to my uncle's area and he has a big chess.
I remember I played with Father Bill.
Oh God!
I lost.
He's way too darn good. He's a professional. He's meant.
Oh man.
He's meant for competition.
Yeah. It's a little more extreme a reaction I expected, but it's still kind of cute in that Hanako way. It throws me a little off guard, and only Yuko cataclysmic reentry shocks me back into conversation. Are you alright? Are you alright there, Yuko? You need a hand?
I'm fine. I have to do this properly. It's my job.
Concentration plays across her face while she stares at the tray in her hands, as if simply looking at its contents will hold them in place. Sadly, doesn't prove. Oh my god, she's shivering! This doesn't prove all effective. The cups and saucers slowly dance around,
Who's
occasionally.
shivering?
She's shivering! Look at her! Look at her!
Oh, why is she always so nervous?
Taking great care, Yuko sits the tray down on the table with only the subtlest of crashes.
There, see?
Well done.
Thank you, Yuko.
Yuko's head rocks downward in her instinctive bow before answering.
You're very welcome. Would you like to join us? There's something else I'd like to discuss about that recent order, if I may.
That's right. Lily and Yuko were discussing a pile of books when I first met Hanako.
I just lost.
Yeah?
I think I know why Yuko's nervous.
Why?
Or at least that type.
Yeah?
Because maybe she has a lot of guilt in her. Remember, the rumor has it that she did something with a student.
Oh!
Maybe she regrets it and thinks about it all the time.
Oh, nervous Nelly.
Yeah.
Something about Lily helping with Braille?
Yes, I didn't get...
Braille? What's
I-
that?
Braille is the bumpies that blind people read?
Ah!
Yes, I didn't get a chance to go through them, did we?
Yuko hastily sits down next to Hanako. Apparently her dedication to this job only goes as far as her concentration. Once it is broken, she suddenly loses it.
I'll be in the library tomorrow afternoon if you'd like to try again. That sounds perfect. I'll meet you there after class.
Crud, I'm running out of lady voices.
Lily? Oh dear, that's right. Tomorrow's Monday. How could I have forgotten?
Starting to feel a little left out of the loop here. Then again, it's to be expected. I've been here for barely a week, and it's possible to know where everyone's schedule.
Schedule-wise!
Well, perhaps we could come to some other arrangement.
Yeah.
Yuko, will you be in the library later in the week? Maybe this is already overdue.
Hmm?
And there are some things I need. This might be a problem.
Whoa.
This might be a problem.
Lily ponders for a second before discovering the answer.
I wonder, might we be able to enlist the help of another if need be?
Oh, to do what? You lost me some time ago. Being volunteered for something without even having the slightest idea of what's going on isn't really my thing. And here I thought I finally escaped the clutches of the student council and then repeated attempts to recruit me.
Oh, of course. The other day I was helping Yuko sort out the new Braille books in the library. But Hanako and I usually go shopping on Monday afternoons. It's quieter on that day than on weekends. Last week we couldn't go because I was busy with the festival. I managed to slip away later in the week, but Hanako couldn't make it.
Well, since I can't read Braille, I'm assuming you'd like me to go shopping with Hanako?
Correct. You're a great help. You were a great help with me the other day.
I think I can handle that. Hanako, what do you think?
If you wouldn't mind.
Of course not. I'm not familiar with all the stores in the area, but it sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Now that we have
that arranged, shall we have some tea?
It's now that I realize our tea has been sitting idly all this time, getting no hotter.
It's my fault. Let me pour that for you.
Yuka reaches out with her shaking hands, but I intercept her. She looks in no state to be handling hot liquids. It's alright, I've got it. Since you've already made the tea and sandwiches, you've fulfilled your waitress duties, right?
I guess.
Yuka relaxes a bit, but still watches eagerly as I share out the assortment. Oh! As I'm about to take a bite into the sandwich, a low, loud rumble can be heard, along with a flash of light from outside.
I take it the show has started.
Only now looking outside, I realize that dusk has come and gone, leaving us in the peak of twilight. Sparkling tracers arc upwards, ready to explode in the floral shapes of fireworks.
Let's go watch! Oh, sorry, Lily! Please, don't miss the show on my account. From what I've heard, this isn't a bad location to watch for them from.
Yeah! New picture! Look at that! Yeah! Oh, crud. With the exception of Lily, we rush to the window of the small tea house to watch the show. Where the heck is he? Why didn't they put him?
The way it just looks so happy.
Yeah. The strobe of colored lights plays across Hanako and Yuko's smiling faces for a second, and I forgot to look out the window. In this totally new world, there are a few things that don't change. I think that's why the school makes such a fuss over this festival. It's a chance to show the similarities between everyone. The show is over all too quickly. Fireworks are expensive, even for the most well-funded schools. Before we return to our tea and sandwiches, Hanako turns to me.
Thanks for today. And tomorrow?
That's okay. That's okay. I don't think I could have faced those. I don't think I could have faced those crowds either. On days like this, it's more relaxing to spend time away from everyone, don't you think?
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been delaying this tea for far too long now. Let's get back.
Sure.
I seriously need to get a girlfriend.
We return to the booth in our light meal.
I knew you'd laugh at that.
That sounded
Just the way you said it.
that sounded impressive. Bigger than last year's, at least. Yeah, it was great. I've never seen them put on such a show. It gets better every year. I'm afraid, however, that during that time, the tea has gone cold. Oh no! Let me go make some more! It's my fault!
Oh my gosh.
Calm down,
Relax,
Yuko. It's
fine.
nobody's fault. I take a sip from my
There you
cup.
go. Nice to
Man,
meet
this
you.
place must work you to the absolute bone, Itami!
Oh, hold on.
No!
I think that was a piss call.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was a piss call.
Okay. Go on. We're almost set, Tommy.
Okay.
This tea isn't too bad. Tea isn't too bad cool anyway. It's like an iced tea. Are you lit?
Yeah, it was a piss call. Someone
Okay.
trying to sell me something.
Really?
Yes, really. If you add a bit of sugar, it's kind of nice.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Nah, I'm positive. No, don't you sit down? We'll finish this together.
Okay.
Yuko doesn't seem convinced, but sits down regardless. She carefully measures out about 5 teaspoons of sugar and adds them to her tea. You know, Tommy, my phone's on vibrate.
Oh, what are you trying to say, Ryan?
I said a bit of
I'll
sugar.
tell you what, Ryan. Look at this.
Yeah? Dude, we're almost set.
Low, vibrate only.
I know, but I like my sweet tea sweet anyway.
Sweet tea.
Curiously, I peer into her cup. As expected, hardly...
Peter, a cup?
She stirs it twice before upturning the cup and drinking the contents of sugar and all in a
Sounds
mouthful.
Like you said pee in her cup.
You're right. It's not bad at all.
Stop ignoring me.
What? Good. I look back to Lily and Hanako, both of whom finished their meal as I witnessed Yuko's personality in action. Not wanting to hold anyone up, I use her tact and finish the remainder of my tea in a single swill. Well then, seems we're all finished.
Should we head back now, or do we want seconds?
Yuko's expression shows this is quite clearly not a good idea. I think it would best if we got back soon. We do have to get back before curfew, after all.
Oh, that is a good point. I'll meet you tomorrow, Yuko. I'll be looking forward to it, Lily. Goodbye, everyone.
We make our way out the small tea house into the dark of the night. Lily and Hanako once again take point, but under the cover of darkness, Hanako seems slightly less stressed than she did on the trip here. We move against the occasional group of people emptying the school grounds, but Hanako seems to lead us along a few minor roads, avoiding the bulk of the crowd. Outside the dorms, the school seems strangely quiet when compared to the noise of the day. Look, Tommy!
What?
The mural's done!
Wow, look at
I did it! She did it!
Looks like a tree screaming.
Well then, thank you both for today. I think I learned a lot.
You're most welcome, but I'm afraid we must be going. Today's been a, really long day.
That's right. Lily spent all today on her feet. I can imagine that walking outside of the school would be pretty tiring for her. I feel a pang of guilt as I remember that I was probably the only one in school that got up around 10 this morning. Sure thing. Well, see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Hisao. Good night.
The girls return to the dorm, and I do mine. Actually, now that I consider it, today tired me out as well. Oh! I think you've seen this? Oh my gosh. Don't you remember this? You've seen these. Tommy, guess whose route we got?
Hanako's.
We got Hanako's route. Uh-huh. Alright, hold on. What's this guy's name again? I think it's Mike Intel? Mike Intel. The guy who did this. Dude, you're awesome.
Really?
Ah, this looks like an actual show, doesn't it? I can feel like this guy might have used Toon Boom. Man, that doesn't look so freaky. Yeah, and I just love that. Hey, there's our dude! There's our guy. Act 2.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Well, Tommy, we did it.
Yay!
We're on Hanako's route. But first, now that part 12 looks like we're going to go on a mini break, and next time we meet us, we'll be starting Hanako's route of Katawa Shoujo.
The feels.
Alright, next time, let's go back to Undertale. Let's go see Temmie. And Undyne. And everyone.
Didn't we already finish that game?
No!
Oh, right.
You!
I forgot!